Her mother, Casey Anthony, did not report her missing for 31 days. Casey told investigators that Kaylee had been kidnapped by a nanny named Zenaida Fernandez Gonzalez.
Okay, blame this Spanish.
The law said they could never be tried again. They knew that. So they sold their story to a magazine for $4,000.
Bro, if they made a comic out of it, bro, like, what more do you need, though?
The victim's family sued in civil court. A second jury found him responsible for both deaths. In 2006, he wrote a book called If I Did It, describing how he would have...
Yeah, no, bro. He put I did it, but then put like, you know, in fucking like tiny quotations. If I did it, dog. Shash, the worst crimes people got away with, you know, don't want to spoil it, but let's take a look.
Jeffrey Epstein. Jeffrey Epstein was a rich and well-connected man who ran an operation that exploited young girls for decades. His people would find girls as young as 14 and offer them a couple $100s for what they were told would be massages. Once they were pulled in, they were paid to bring their friends. This happened across multiple properties.
Also, chat real quick, TW, Trailer War, whatever, of course, this is gonna be like quickly fucked.
Including a private island, a Paris apartment, and the largest private home in New York City. Police eventually caught on. After a year-long investigation, the FBI found 36 underage victims and put together a case with over 50 charges. But Epstein had some of the best lawyers money could buy, and they got him a deal. Instead of federal prison, he pleaded guilty to 2 minor charges. He served 13 months in a county jail and was allowed to leave every day for 12 hours to go sit in a private office. The deal...
That's for... Bro, that's more than fucking Pablo's deal. Where like he went to prison, but it was his own prison that he fucking like catered to make it like feel more freedom. That's right. Bro, that's mentioned like the justice system. As long as you're rich and you know fucking good lawyers, you can literally avoid anything, bro. As in as fuck. Bro, that's my issue, bro. I feel like when you're like on like a criminal, if it's like a civil lawsuit, that's fair, buy whatever you want. But if you have like a criminal case, I think you should have like a standard lawyer that's not like fucking like the top of the top, you know.
Said that nobody who helped him could ever be charged. His victims were never told any of this. For 10 years, the case went quiet. Then in 2018, the Miami Herald exposed how the deal was made. The public anger was so strong that Epstein was arrested again in 2019 on charges that could have put him away for 45 years. 1 month later, he was found dead in his cell. The guards who were supposed to check on him every 30 minutes had fallen asleep. The cameras outside his cell had stopped working, and his cellmate had been moved out the day before.
Real world.
Oh my god, bro, these ads, bro. Dog, I don't give a fuck about this, bro. What is this? Like a test?
Death. Records showed that politicians, royalty, and billionaires had all been flying on his private jet. The FBI said at least 10 people helped run his operation. Only 1 was ever charged. The rest never saw the inside of a courtroom. The Sackler family.
That's far. Bro, what the fuck are these people? But I think it's gonna take like 20 years to like see like the full story about that. Like see like the full files. Unredacted, you know.
The Sackler family owned a drug company called Purdue Pharma. In the late 1990s, they started selling a painkiller called OxyContin. They knew it was highly addictive.
Bro, I know this one. Bro, I know like fucking like moms who take this shit because like it literally makes you feel like you're in heaven. Like you feel warm, you feel cozy. I know this shit, bro.
They told their sales teams to say the opposite. Thousands of doctors were paid to promote the drug and tell patients it was safe. It wasn't. OxyContin became one of the most abused drugs in American history. Over 500,000 people have died from opioid overdoses since 1999, and it started here. The company actually pleaded guilty to criminal charges twice, once in 2007 and again in 2020. But the family behind it was never charged. Not one of them. And while the lawsuits were piling up, the Sacklers were quietly moving money out. Between 2008 and 2018, they pulled over $10 billion out of the company and hid it in bank accounts overseas. That's
fuck, bro. But that reminds me of something else, you know. Bro, I saw like a meme on TikTok, fucking like how I think it was JP Morgan, like how JP Morgan they paid like a $1 billion fine for like manipulating markets that they made $100 billion off. Like, bro, you made $100 billion like profit, and you got $1 billion fine. Of course you're gonna fucking use that fine, bro.
Then in 2019, after the money was out, they filed for bankruptcy. That bankruptcy did exactly what they wanted. It blocked anyone from suing them. A deal was eventually reached in 2025 for $7.4 billion, which sounds like a lot until you remember that over 500,000 people are dead. The Sacklers never went to court. None of them went to prison. They didn't even say it was their fault. Emails later came out showing that Richard Sackler, who ran the company for years, called the people dying from his product reckless criminals. Today, the family is still worth somewhere between $6 and $8 billion.
That's fucked, bro. But who is this actually? Emmett Till. Dog, I swear I remember that name, bro. Who the fuck is that? Emmett Till.
In 1955, a 14-year-old black boy named Emmett Till was
Black
visiting
boy.
family in Mississippi.
Could you say young man? A black young man?
A white woman named Carolyn Bryant accused him of whistling at her in a grocery store. Word got back to her husband, Roy Bryant. A few days later, Bryant and his half-brother J.W.
Is this the one where they tied them to the back of a car and dragged them? Shit, hold on, shit.
Malam showed up at the house where Till was staying and took him. They beat him, shot him in the head, and tied a heavy metal fan to his body with barbed wire. Then, they dumped him in the Tallahatchie River. 3 days later, his body floated to the surface. It was
my
so
God,
badly beaten that his own family could barely recognize him. Bryant and Malam were arrested and charged with murder. The trial lasted 5 days. The jury was all white, all male. Black people in the courtroom had to sit in separate sections, and the sheriff called them the N-word every time they walked back in from lunch. After just 67 minutes, the jury came back and said,
Sheriff, let's be serious for one damn second.
not guilty. One juror later said they wouldn't have taken so long if they hadn't stopped to drink pop. Years later, several jurors admitted they knew the two men did it. They just didn't think killing a black boy was worth putting 2 white men in prison for. The case
Nah,
made
that's
national
crazy,
news.
bro.
And because Bryant and Milam had been found not guilty, the law said they could never be tried again. They knew that. So they sold their story to a
Wait, is that a word? Bro, if you're found not guilty, that's what dude, that's fucked, bro. So if you put all your power to make sure that you come out not guilty in the first case, like you get like fuel immunity, bro. That's fucked,
magazine
dog.
for $4,000 and laid out exactly how they killed Emmett Till. Every detail. Out in the open. Nobody could touch them. Over the following decades, the government reopened the case more than once, looking for new evidence or other people involved. But in 2021, they closed it.
Bro, what more evidence do you need? Bro, if they made a comic out of it, bro, like what more do you need though? For real. Dude, that reminds me. It's like the OJ case. Like he was found not guilty in a criminal case, but like then his family like sued him in a civil lawsuit, and then he was found guilty of like murder, whatever. I feel like his family could do. His family, that black boy's family was unfortunately probably poor, so they couldn't do so. But if they had the money, they would definitely sue them, bro. And if you made a fucking comic out of it, bro, no way.
For good. They said there was no law on the books in 1955 that would have allowed them to bring the kind of charges needed, and the time to do so had long since run out. Jimmy Savile. Jimmy Savile was one of
Bro, this guy's I think this guy like might be like the Epstein of like the UK, bro, for real. Dude, I'm gonna see his bro. I'm not gonna spoil it. The craziest part was when he drove to like an orphanage of like fucking like mentally ill girls to like bang them. And bro, he was like 40 or 50 or 60.
most famous people in Britain. He hosted some of the biggest shows on the BBC, raised over £40 million for a hospital called Stoke Mandeville, and was knighted by the Queen. For decades, he was treated like a national hero. Behind all of it, he was abusing hundreds of vulnerable victims. He did it in hospitals, schools, BBC studios, and even prisons, and it went on for over 50 years. His fame and his charity work bought him access everywhere. Hospitals let him walk around freely. The BBC let him do what he wanted, and he used all of it to get close to the most vulnerable people he could find. Complaints started as early as the 1960s. Hospital staff and BBC employees raised concerns with their bosses, but nobody wanted to deal with it. Police in different parts of the country received separate reports.
Bro, here's my issue. Was he really that big, bro? God, bro, fame back then is so different from fucking fame now. Back then, if you were popping off, like nobody could touch you, bro. Nowadays, like one victim could come out and they could fucking like bring you down, bro, so easily, bro. And I don't mean like internet celebrities, like YouTubers, because like that, like that's like really like limited fame. But like, even if you're like a really no, that's not even true, bro. Like there were big popular figures who like barely getting shit for getting a fucking like if they got like one allegation from this. That's fucked, bro.
But no one.
I think at least now with the internet, if somebody big does something bad, at least even if they're not found guilty or like nothing bad happens to them, at least like the internet you can like spread attention for that, and then like that can affect the public opinion, which over time would corrode the fame, whatever. You feel me?
Connected them, so the full picture never came together. Savile died in 2011 at the age of 84. He was buried with honors. It was only after his death that a major police investigation uncovered what he had done. They identified over 450 victims. He was never charged and died peacefully in his bed before any of it caught up with him.
That's
The
so,
KFC murders.
What the fuck's KFC murders, bro? Bro, yeah, I told my fucking the Kendrick Lamar thing, whatever. I'm gonna see a really funny clip about this. It was from like a British show. It was a show like about how a guy like unburied like a 30-year capsule, like from the 90s to like 2020, and he picks up fucking like a Jimmy Savile album. He's like, eesh. He drops it back down, buries it.
The night of
That shit's
September
so funny,
23rd,
bro.
1983, 5 people were taken from a Kentucky Fried Chicken restaurant in Kilgore, Texas. 3 were employees, 2 were friends waiting to give one of them a ride home. The robbers drove them to an oil field road and shot all 5 of them in the back of the head. One of the victims, a 39-year-old woman named Opie Hughes,
Stop,
was
bro, don't show, bro, that's sad. No, bro.
before she was killed. The only physical
My
evidence was
God.
blood found on a box and a napkin inside the restaurant. But in 1983, there was no way to match it to anyone. The case went cold. For 12 years, investigators had almost nothing to work with. So when a man started bragging about being involved, they arrested him in 1995 based on that and a torn fingernail. The case fell apart. Then, DNA testing caught up. When the blood on that box and napkin was finally tested, it pointed to 2 cousins named Darnell Hartsfield and Romeo Pinkerton. Both had been on the original suspect list
Oh, that's a good ass name, bro.
back in
Romeo
1983
Pinkerton.
and were even on a wanted for questioning poster, but they had slipped through
One
the
Piece?
cracks. By the time they were identified, both were already in prison for other crimes. Pinkerton pleaded guilty in 2007. Hartsfield was convicted in 2008, but DNA from one of the victims didn't match either of them, meaning there was a third killer. In 2025, 42 years after the murders, new DNA technology finally put a name to him, Devin Riggs. He had died in 2010. By the
Ah, bro,
time
what's the point then? Holy shit. Bro, that makes you wonder. Without DNA testing, like, everything's just fucked, bro. Like, for real. Like, even before we had DNA testing, the best thing was probably, like security cameras. But even then, bro, back then, like, they were total dog shit, bro. Okay, bro, here's my issue. I see motherfuckers be like, oh, like China, UK, you know, they have like hyper surveillance, whatever, you know, like everyone, they can see whatever you're doing. Honestly, bro, as long as they don't like step over the line, I don't mind if they got cameras everywhere, because I don't want shit like this to happen, bro. For real. That house.
anyone figured out what he did,
Like, bro, even if you're a family, bro, you'd want, what's the word I'm looking for? You'd want assurance, you know, like, you know, that the people who killed your family was fucking, like, behind bars, bro. You know what I mean? At least then.
he had already been dead for 15 years.
Oh my god, ooh! Oh my god, Nick, Sin. Don't mind if I do, actually. That was nice.
Sean Diddy Combs. For decades, Sean Combs was one of the most powerful people in the music industry,
Bro, I'm surprised he opened up with Epstein and Diddy at the end, bro.
running record labels, clothing line.
Also, bro, Papichulo, go back. That last one, the KFC thing, that was not fair, bro. Because at least they went to prison as well. Like, it was more, they didn't really get away with it, because, like, they got away with it, but, like, now in a sense, you know, like, they were found clearly guilty. It was more because, you know, like, we didn't have DNA back then. You know what I mean? That's not really fair. Like, when I think of getting away with it, I mean, like, you know, like, the deadest evidence, like, that you're right, and you still get away scot-free. That's what I think when you say get away free.
And throwing some of the most famous parties in entertainment. And behind all of it, according to dozens of accusers, he was using that power to abuse the people closest to him. It started to unravel in November 2023, when his ex-girlfriend, the singer Cassie Ventura, filed a lawsuit accusing him of years of abuse. He settled it within 20
Oh, was that was that a girl who was like in the hotel room and like this video of like him throwing a shoe at her? Dog, I swear, bro.
4 hours. But the case put a spotlight on him, and soon after, surveillance footage from 2016 leaked showing Combs kicking and dragging Ventura down a hotel
Yes,
hall.
bro, yeah. Dude, that's what he dragged her, bro. He dragged us well.
After that, the lawsuits kept coming. In September 2024, he was arrested and charged with running a criminal operation that involved forced, drug-fueled encounters he called freak-offs. Prosecutors said he made his girlfriends take part in these with hired men, sometimes for days at a time. The trial lasted 8 weeks. The defense didn't call a single witness. In July 2025,
That's
the jury
crazy.
found him not guilty on the
Bro,
most
what-
serious charge.
Shut up. What was that one video where like they busted his mansion and like they got all his kids as well? Bro, I forgot. Dog, wait, can I find it? Can I find it? Dog, bro, he made like an apology video being like, I'm so severely sorry. Please forgive me. Like, bro, that barely did shit for him at all, bro. Can I find it? Can I find it? Diddy apology. And bro, he recorded his fucking his dog shit like iPhone 17, bro, as well. Yes, bro.
So difficult to reflect on the darkest times in your life. Sometimes you gotta do that. I was up.
I was fun though.
I mean, I hit rock bottom.
I hit rock bottom, bro. You a not SpongeBob, bro. You did not hit rock bottom, bro. You just fucked up in general, bro. God, that. Yo, for real. Get his ass in prison if he's not already, and get his PR's agent as well in prison, bro. Like, what if we think that's a good idea, bro?
Charges, but guilty on 2 lesser ones. Prosecutors asked for 11 years. The judge gave him 4 years and 2 months. Days later, Trump confirmed that Combs had asked him for a pardon. Over 120 people accused him. He got just over 4 years. The Zodiac Killer. Between December...
Bro, is he even in prison right now? He's probably on probation as well.
December 1968 and October 1969, someone killed 5 people in the San Francisco Bay Area. He shot 2 couples, stabbed a third while wearing an executioner's hood, and shot a cab driver in the head. Then he started writing...
Nah, bro, again, that's not fair, bro. Again, when you say got away with it, this doesn't count because, like, bro, nobody found him. You know what's crazy? Isn't it something about, like, how fucking, like 10 years after, like, the whole case, like, somebody found him, like, an airport or whatever? No, they identified, like, what he looked like, but they never found the actual guy. That's crazy, bro.
Newspapers, demanding they print them or he'd kill more people. He signed them with a crosshair symbol and called himself the Zodiac. He included coded messages he said would reveal his identity. The first was cracked within a week. It said he killed people because it was fun. His name wasn't in it. His closest call came after the cab driver. 3 teenagers saw it and called police. But the dispatcher told officers the suspect was a black man. 2 cops drove right past the Zodiac, a white man walking calmly from the scene. He pointed them the
Oh my, bro, they drove past him, bro. Dog, biggest fun, bro. If you fuck with that bad, to retire, bro.
wrong way and kept walking. The letters kept coming until 1974, then just stopped.
To be fair, if the dispatcher wasn't racist, they probably would have caught him, bro. For real.
Police looked at over 2,500 suspects. Nothing ever matched. In 2020, codebreakers cracked a second message that had gone unsolved for 51 years. It was just more taunting. 2 of his 4 messages have never been solved. Neither has the case.
That's crazy, man.
O.J. Simpson. O.J. Simpson.
Bro, he's fair. He's actually fair, bro. Dog, easiest fucking case of his life, bro. Like, he was dead to rise with all the evidence, but he still got away, bro. That's fucked up, bro.
Was one of the most famous people in America.
Also, bro, so my brain was fried. I don't even know what I was saying before. If you're a Zodiac killer, like, why not put bullshit messages? You know, to fucking, like, to make them go crazy. Like, do you have to put a fucking, like, does that have to make sense?
Football legend turned movie star, but he had a history of beating his wife, Nicole. In 1989, she called 911. He pleaded no contest and got a fine. On June 12, 1994, Nicole and her friend Ron Goldman were stabbed to death outside her home in Los Angeles. Police found Simpson's blood at the crime scene and the victim's blood in his car. He agreed to turn himself in. Instead, he ran. His friend drove...
Bro, wasn't there like a thing as well where, like, fucking, like... Bro, somebody saw him, like, fucking, like, speeding out of the fucking, like, the neighborhood or, like, the nearby street.
Him down the freeway in a white Bronco while 95 million people watched on TV. He had a gun, a fake beard, his passport, and $8,000 in cash. At trial,
bro, like, what the fuck? Bro, I think even back then, like, before, like, TSA, I think even back then, like, the balls were fucking, like, limited, whatever. Bro, I think they would catch you via your passport, bro. Wait, hold on. Was he going to Mexico? Do you need your passport to cross Mexico?
His lawyers argued the police were racist, and the evidence was planted. When prosecutors asked him to try on a bloody glove found at his home, it didn't fit. His lawyer told the jury, "If it doesn't fit, you must acquit." They acquitted him in less than...
Isn't there like a reason why it didn't fit? Like, it was his, but, like, something happened?
4 hours. The victims' families sued in civil court. A second jury found him responsible for both deaths and ordered him to pay $33.5 million. He moved to Florida, where the law made it harder to collect, and paid almost none of it. In 2006, he wrote a book called If I Did It, describing how he would have
Yeah, no, bro. It says I did it. It says, bro, that ass. He put I did it, but then put like, you know, in fucking like tiny quotations. If I did it. Dog, for real. I think the story behind that is, you know, like the victim's family made him write that shit, bro. Like if they couldn't get the money from him, they made him like write a book about that. That's crazy.
Admitted the murders. The Goldman family got the rights and published it as Confessions of the Killer. Simpson died in April 2024.
Don't you? That is aura, to be honest. That is aura. Dog, if you get your crazy like your daughter's crazy ex kills your daughter, you can't make any money, but you force him to like fucking like admit on book that he did it. That's crazy, dog.
Goldmans never got their money. Casey Anthony.
Casey Anthony. That's, oh my god, bro. No, Robin Hood. No, bro. Bro, you didn't let me play my GameStop. My GameStop sucks, bro. No.
2008.
This one's fucked, bro. Like, bro, any crimes, because I'm a good Christian, any crimes makes me disgusted, but this one in particular, because it involves a kid dying, or being killed, whatever. Bro, again, bro, warning, this one's fucked.
2-year-old Kaylee Anthony disappeared in Orlando, Florida. Her mother, Casey Anthony, did not report her missing for 31 days. When she finally did, it was only after her own mother called police and said the car Casey had been driving smelled like a dead body. Casey told investigators that Kaylee had been kidnapped by a nanny named Zenaida Fernandez Gonzalez.
Okay, blame this, Ballet.
Police quickly discovered that the nanny did not exist. Casey had also been lying about having a job at Universal Studios. Detectives walked her through the building. She led them down hallways for several minutes before finally admitting she didn't work there. In December 2008, Kaylee's remains were found in a wooded area less than a mile from the Anthony home.
Stop. Wait,
Tape was found near the skull. Prosecutors...
But I saw they found her in a car, bro. Dog, that was crazy. I seen her dad, from what I remember, her dad was like a PI. Her dad was like an investigator for the police before. So he knew like a dead body smelled like. Dude, that's crazy. Bro, imagine like being like imagine being the father of your daughter, like of your 30-year-old daughter, and she's actually insane, bro. Like, she kills your own grandchild. Bro, I have no idea how to like, your own grandchild dies, and you find your own daughter, your own kin, it's a fucking psychopath, bro. Oh my god. To be fair, there was probably like signs beforehand, you know, she was fucking crazy, whatever. That's mad. Dude, that's what, they fucking... He didn't report her missing for like a month, but also the reports that she was partying. Like what her own daughter was fucking like out missing. Bro, like deadest giveaway ever, bro. That's crazy. Also, I'm pretty sure there might be things of, you know, like of how she fucks her lawyer as well in the story, if I'm not mistaken.
Charged Casey Anthony with first-degree murder and sought the death penalty. They argued she had suffocated her daughter so she could be free from parental responsibility. The defense claimed Kaylee...
Bro, I've seen that shit before. Dog, if your kid is so annoying that you want to kill them, just put them for adoption, bro. For real. Like, I'm not saying putting over is good, but it's better just for like killing them, bro. And for like stabbing them to death, bro. For real.
Had accidentally drowned in the family pool, and that Casey's father helped cover it up. There was no clear cause of death. The trial became a media spectacle. After 11 hours of deliberation in July 2011, the jury found Casey Anthony not guilty of murder.
Oh my god, bro. To be fair, it's one of those things where, you know, okay, I'm gonna give her a lot of leeway. Maybe like she looks innocent in court, bro. And like in the media, like, you know, she was really painted bad. But like, bro.
Aggravated child abuse and aggravated manslaughter. She was convicted only of lying to police. She was
oh my god, bro, what?
Sentenced to 4 years, but released after serving just over 3, with credit for time already served. To this day, many people believe she got away with killing her daughter. Under the law, she cannot be tried again. George.
Oh my god, dude, that's bro, for me, just like the biggest factor is, you know, that she fucking like, she didn't like report her daughter missing for a month, bro. That is so fucked, bro, for real. Dog, I love the idea of the justice system, but it's so fucked in reality, bro, for real.
Zimmerman. On February 26, 2012, 17-year-old Trayvon Martin was walking back to the house where he was staying in Sanford, Florida. George Zimmerman,
it's always Florida, bro, goddamn.
A neighborhood watch volunteer, called police to report a suspicious person in the area. The dispatcher told him he did not need to follow the teenager. Zimmerman followed him anyway. Minutes later, there was a confrontation. A gunshot was heard. Trayvon Martin was found face down in the grass. He had been shot in the chest. Zimmerman claimed self-defense. He said Martin attacked him and that he feared for his life. Florida's Stand Your Ground law became central to the case. In July 2013, after more than 16 hours of deliberation, a jury of 6 women found George Zimmerman not guilty of second-degree murder and manslaughter. The verdict sparked protests across the country. The Department of Justice later investigated possible civil rights charges, but declined to file them. Zimmerman walked free.
Crazy,
he has never been convicted in connection with Trayvon Martin's death. HSBC.
Nah, that's fucking okay, bro. This one scares me, bro. I got come with HBC. I don't know. I wouldn't know like, what the fuck they did actually, for real. I was gonna say. I was gonna fucking bad. What's gonna fucking the Zimmerman thing? What was gonna say? Oh my god, sink. What's gonna say, bro? I think it's dumb that you can't be tried again after you've been filing not gay. No, I don't know. I think it's crazy that a verdict, the jury can come to a conclusion only if like they all agree, like unanimously. Like they have to like debate, like fucking like face to face before they come to a verdict. That's crazy, bro.
In 2012, a United States Senate investigation.
Hold on. We good.
Revealed that HSBC, one of the largest banks in the world, had allowed drug cartels to launder hundreds of millions of dollars through its accounts. The bank had also
yeah, bro, imagine if you don't money with HBC, bro. Oh my, bro, imagine being so rich like you got a lot of money, bro. That's not me, dog.
Transactions for countries under U.S. sanctions, including Iran. Internal warnings had been ignored for years. Compliance systems were weak. Oversight was minimal. According to investigators, Mexican drug cartels were able to move vast sums of cash through HSBC branches with little resistance. The Department of Justice announced that the bank would pay a record $1.9 billion fine. No criminal charges were filed against any top executives. Federal officials later suggested that prosecuting the bank could have destabilized the global financial system.
Yeah, bro, I was about to say, most banks, bro, Papi Chulo, I don't think motherfuckers realize how important banks are. Like, if you cripple like a big bank like HBC, you could fuck over the economy, bro. That's the issue, you know.
The phrase "too big to jail" began appearing in headlines.
Exactly,
HSBC admitted wrongdoing. It paid the fine. Its executives kept their positions. No one went to prison. If you'd like to see more stories like this,
but that was a really good video, bro. God damn, I think it was made by. It's made by the same channel, it's like different fucking like branding. That was a really good fucking video. Yeah, bro, that's what I mean, bro. I think the biggest banks are like HSBC, Barclays. No, in the world, maybe HSBC is not that big, bro. That else, like, bro, they're barely even that big in the UK. I think it's it's maybe HSBC, Amex, American Express, and fucking Chase? No. I would say JP Morgan, but they're not that. They're more of like a fucking like stock thing, whatever, than a bank. But yeah, but overall, if you try to like arrest like fucking bro, this is thing in America. I think it's pretty clever. This thing in America where like, if a big bank like crumbles, like they're insured by the government. Because if they go bust, millions of people go broke because they put all the money in that shit, bro. That's crazy. But again, bro, overall, it's shit. Bro, if there was a god out there, like he's looking down, there was a god. If there's a god like looking down on us, like I think like I got all those things like make him sick, bro. Like seeing those people get away with it. I think Jeffrey Epstein, fucking Jimmy Fixit, OJ, and Casey Anthony. Those are the most fucked cases. And the Tiller thing, Emmett Till, whatever his name was. That shit would make him sick to his stomach, I feel like. So let's pivot to some more positive shit by watching some TikToks. I was gonna go to work, but then I got high. So high. Hey, bro, we made it, bro. Bro, we are the future.
Serious?
That's just like, what are you fucking eating, bro? Just plain ice cream?
Is this a dog?
I've seen before. Oh, that ready, bro?
Rock.
How much do you want for it?
I want $900 trillion for it.
Look, it might be worth.
That shit's so funny, bro. That shit's so funny. Chad, you remember one clip of like how Shad? Do you remember that one clip of how Togi went to like a pawnbroker and he saw like a fake Rolex. He saw a fake Rolex. He saw that as it was real, so he bought it for 300 and thought it was real, so he flipped it for like 10k. Dude, like that's one of the crazy. I want to be honest. I think that was like a fake clip. Like I think he told like his dealer to say, yeah, say it's real, say it's real. There's no way he found like a real Rolex, like labeled as a fake one at a pawnbroker. There's no way, bro. No, bro, that's gonna be fake as shit, bro. Ain't no way. Now watch that again. Nah, bro, that's fake as shit, bro. Stop playing. That's crazy, bro. That's so true, bro. That's so. Bro, it's always the bitch ass kids that like, oh, I gotta lock in, I gotta make a milli. It's always those kids that will for sure end up in those situations. But the beach down in Copacabana. Fucking hate that song, bro. Bro, people play that song ironically, but even then, it's so. Okay, Shash, nuclear opinion. Skin me, kill me, kiss me. If you disagree, I don't care. I think both songs are ass. That one, party at the beach down in Copacabana, and the old one, Copacabana. I think both songs are ass, bro. The new ones is worse, but even the old one, I don't fuck with, bro. I don't fuck with at all, bro. When my wife, who's just got back home from work, says, "Come to mommy," I'm that's my usual, bro. Bro, that's Mr. Bean, bro. The hell?
The fuck does High-Fives want?
What does High-Fives want?
Yo, what's good, Jerry?
Let's go.
I got a script for you. You need it?
Yeah, I don't have shit planned. What's up?
Hey, hold on.
Give me 2 hours. 2 hours sounds good, right?
Can we do like hour 30, like 90 minutes?
Yeah, it's a little long. I knew you were gonna say that too.
Just do hour 30, please. Seriously.
Start off with a little bit of dancing like you always do.
But like have the audio muted?
Yeah, I'll like delay the audio and that way we can get the chat engagement up.
That's crazy, bro. If Jinxie scripts his streams, that's crazy, bro.
It's just a car wash.
I love that one. Okay. All good, there you go. There's your food. There's your food. Hey, bro, bro, that was not sneaky, dude. Fuck off.
Ooh, fire.
I probably can't show it on YouTube.
Anybody got any underage girls we can room?
Go back.
Anybody got any underage girls we can room?
Nah, bro.
How disgusting.
That's because bro, dog, you're fucked, bro. If you get caught with that, bro, you're fucked.
You never know when your fast metabolism will just randomly slow down, bro. I've had a fast metabolism.
That's so good, bro. Bro, I don't think that's made for you, bro.
Hey guys, with Easter around the corner, the only
Okay, it is.
this gon' make the news, gotta make your move. Told that bitch get in cause she looking confused.
What's he playing, bro? So what is that, bro? Can't move on.
No.
Who? Who? Oh, that's sad, bro. I was gonna be sad, bro.
No, I lost my pen.
So, do you want to go to the back?
For what?
Never mind. Can I have your hoodie?
I paid a lot of money for that.
Yeah. Fuck out of here. To be fair, bro, I would never like give my mom bro, for real.
Where have you been in Europe?
England, London.
I've been in Berlin.
I've been in Berlin. I got rank 1 in Berlin.
No one cares.
Yes. Exactly.
Talking to you. It show a little bit of respect. Sorry.
Exactly, bro.
Yeah,
bro, shut the fuck up, bro.
Is this Tung Tung Sahur?
That's not funny, man.
That due to inclement weather, church tomorrow is canceled.
Bro, he's kidding that ass, bro. Get fucking out of here! Crazy bitch! That's good, bro. You know you fucked up, bro. Bro, be for real.
Butt smacks coming.
To be fair, bro, if he's a pastor, I prefer him to crack that than crack little boys. Am I wrong?
Butt smacks coming.
Experience.
Your full name.
Edward Armstrong.
What the fuck? Was he huffing?
Your full name.
Oh, he's bro, I thought he was huffing like fucking like spray, bro.
That's not on. Like I've cut like no, you know we're having a laugh with bandit.
That's funny, bro. Oh, it's dogs. That's clever, bro. Oh shit. That's not good. Man fights Skinwalker street and gets eaten. Huh? Huh? Bro, who's a Skinwalker, bro? Him? Don't see a Skinwalker, bro. What's going on, bro? Oh shit. Oh shit, bro. He's fucking up by shit, bro. I know, bro. That's fucked. Oh my god. I don't know, over. Bro, skip forward, skip forward. Skip forward, bro.
Who are you thinking?
What's the time, bro?
19. You think you can take her on?
It's because she's a girl. She's done.
Oh, she's a girl, bro. She's a girl. Ain't gonna do shit, bro. That's bad, bro. What the fuck? Yeah, jump off the cliff, bro. You're crazy.
Hi, my name is Mim, and when I was in primary school, I was asked by a group of boys in the
I don't care, bro. That's crazy, bro.
Yo, do you got a flash?
Yeah, let me
If he flashbangs your pass.
What has he acted before? Oh, yeah, about that shit, bro. Let's drive away. Bro, just drive away, bro. That's right, bro.
Fuck. It's not possible, guys.
It's not possible.
Enough a joke.
Bro, that's so true, bro. Dog, that is so true. Bro, only motherfuckers like me who invest in like Andrew Tate's Uni 2.0, only motherfuckers who day trade and lose money like me, only we're gonna fucking like live in a house like that, bro. For real. I mean, I'm unemployed right now, but like I'm the dead ass. Like I'm gonna be living in fucking like an LA mansion for like come 5 years time, bro. For real. Cause I'm a fucking bro. I'm gonna break the major. I'm gonna live that shit, bro. For real, dog. Proof, nothing to lose. Fly away. Ricochet. I'm gonna say, bro, I don't give a fuck, bro.
What I thought of.
Bro, oh my god, bro, what a fucking red rocker, bro. Dog, sometimes you see like really good TikToks that have like killer musics, but like I don't give a fuck about the actual like the caption, bro. X. Am I gonna fit in? Jump in the camera the first time. Oh, I've seen that. I've seen it before, bro. So cute, bro. Oh, that's a life, bro. That's a life. Yo, chat. Comment down below. Do you prefer like big dogs, like huge ass dogs, or do you prefer like small dogs? Bro, I feel like small. Bro, my granny has like a small ass dog. My granny, she got by bazooka. Kaboom. Kablow. My grandma's like a small ass dog that she's so fucking sweet, bro. For real. I think small. I don't know like which was more affectionate, bro. I think small dogs are better because they're easier to like take care of and handle. Also, don't small dogs like live longer? I think because they're small, like they don't have as many like health complications as big dogs. You know what I mean, bro?
Relax your lips and.
It's crazy, bro.
Boss, we'll be taking attendance. Robin.
Cappuccino Presentino.
Shut the fuck up, bro.
My bad, teach. I was trolling.
Shut up, bro. Shut up, dog.
Grime is just.
What's that? That sucks, dude. That sucks, dude. What the fuck is his mouth, bro? That's okay, you know, chat, I take it back. Small dogs are way better. I'm gonna stop it right now so I can go outside. I'm gonna get a small dog from like fucking a pound, whatever. I see a chat.
¿Te gusta ver vídeos divertidos de Azul?